In this video, I'm going to show you how to design this particular flyer in PixelLab using your smartphone. It's a simple design and I made it with my smartphone, and there's a couple of details which I recognize in this particular flyer, and I would like you to stick around to the end of the video so that you get all the details. Okay, so it's a simple flyer. I'm sure going to show you how to design it right away. Okay, so with no further ado, let's go ahead and jump on it. So the first thing we're going to do now is to go ahead, go to my kitchen. Of course, go to PixelLab. That's what we use to cook. Okay, now I don't want this, cancel it. And the next thing I'm going to do is this guy here. I tap here and I go ahead and delete it. All right. So now that we are here, the next thing we are going to do is to forward our background. Okay, if you check the design, there is this background. I used there two couple of backgrounds. Okay, the first thing I will do now is to go ahead, bring in the shape. Okay, I want the background to blend very well. If you are very conversant with my videos, you know I like to blend my backgrounds blend my backgrounds. Okay, so now that we have this particular stuff right here, so next thing I'm going to do now is to come down, go to gradient. When I go to gradient, I tap on this plus icon here. I hope you can see where the touch button is. Okay, when I tap there, I go ahead, tap on this color, and I'm going to drag this to the lowest. Okay, and this particular one here, I tap the color, I drag it to white because I want it to be white. I want to blend it to a white background. Mind you, the color of the shape will depend on the background you want to blend it with. Let's say for instance you want to blend it to a red background. Maybe what you want to do is red, you drag it to the red. Okay, now I want to blend this particular image to a white background, so that's why I'm using white. All right, so now we have created this particular background right here. So the first thing we're going to do is to put on the cloud right here. Okay, so we go ahead and tick it. Next thing we go to do now is to go to texture, this texture right here. Tap on texture, tap on this image stuff, and we're going to pick the background we're going to use. So this particular one here, this particular sky, that's what I want to use. So I go ahead and copy it this way, just the way I want it to be. Okay, bring it in. Okay, so I'll crop this out just to forge it in. Okay, this is okay. If there is any need for adjustment, I'll do that later on. I'll go ahead and lock it. Next thing I'm going to do now is to change my background. I'm going to change my background to white so that they will blend very well. So go to color, go to single color, then go to white. Okay, see, it's almost blending. All right, next thing I'm going to do now is to go to shapes again. Go there. I want to bring another blending. Okay, I want to blend another image down here. So the same thing I've done before, I'll go to my gradient. This time around, I'll tap on this particular one, but I'll still go to plus icon. So I'll move this, exchange them. Okay, I want this one to be down this time around, and the other one up. Okay, I want it to be up a bit so that you can showcase more of the image. Okay, you can see what I did right there. When I put in the image, you will see it. So now I'm going to go to texture. When I go to texture, I go ahead, go to the background I want to use, this particular background right here. So I tap on it. So now I'm just going to copy in the part I want to show. Okay, and this part, I want this part to show right there. Okay, I want to blend this particular part of it. Okay, see how it blended, right? So I'm going to increase it. This is okay. If there is need to adjust, this is okay for now. All right, so I'm still going to lock it. Okay, now we have formed our background. We formed the background we want to use for this design. All right, so next thing I'm going to do now is to bring in the character. Okay, that's the model. Okay, so I'll go ahead. I already have them here for easy access. So I'll go ahead and bring them in. Bring this one in. Okay, I'm going to drag it a little more. Okay, like this is okay. Like this is okay. Next thing I'm going to do now is to copy it. Okay, because when you stretch an image, it loses its quality. So it's best advice you copy it, then delete the other one. Okay, because the other one is pixelated. So this one is good to go right now. So I go ahead and place it in the middle. Place it where I want it to be. Okay, then I might drag it down a little more. This could be okay. I will lock it for now. I'll still work on it later on. Next thing I'm going to do now is to bring in the shape. Okay, there is this shape that passed across this, like around this place, so I'll use this shape to create what I want. So now I check it in, then I will go to mask. I will go to mask. Okay, then I'm going to crop it up. Oh, all right, something like this is what I want. So I go ahead, go back again to the edit, drag it. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and increase the size, then I will turn it around. Okay, let's see the way I want it to be around here. Okay, so I'm going to give it a color, but before then, this particular brand Chetty Exchange has a brand color, so I'm going to import their brand color so I can use it. So this is their brand color. Bring it in. I'll go ahead and hide it. So I will now tap on this particular shape right here because I want to add color to it. I will now go to color, tap on it. I want to add the gradient color. I tap on the plus icon. So the way I want it to be, I'll go ahead. I hope you saw what I did there. So what I did was I already highlighted it. I go ahead, tap on the plus icon, tap on this color icon right here. Okay, tap on this color icon, tap on the color picker, and then I'll go ahead and choose a gradient color. Okay, 2 colors around. Okay, I want one here. Can still adjust it a bit. Yes, then I'll go ahead, tap on this particular one right here, choose the color, use color picker, and pick the other tone of the blue. Okay, something like this is what I want. So it's okay this way. Then next thing I'm going to do now is to add stroke to it. Okay, there is a stroke added to it. I'm going to add it. Okay, the stroke has yellow, orange color, but I'm going to bring in the orange from the color palette. Go ahead, tap here, tap on this orange color, and yes, we have it there. Don't worry, at the end of this video, these resources will be available. Okay, and you can get it and replicate this design, all right, for your practice. Okay, so our stroke is ready. Next thing I'm going to do now is to do some couple of manipulation. Okay, now this particular image right here, I want this particular part of the phone to come on top and the body will be behind this shape. So for us to get this thing, we need to do some couple of little manipulation to it. So what we are going to do now is to go ahead and lock this thing, duplicate it. So as I've duplicated it now, I bring it to the center, go ahead, tap on this one too, keep it to the center so that both of them will be in the same dimension. So now I'm going to bring it down to where I want it to be. Okay, I'm going to bring it down somewhere here. Okay, somewhere here. It's okay. It's okay. I think even this angle need to come down. It's too up. Okay, this is okay for now. This is okay. Next thing I'm going to do now is to tap on this top one. Okay, remember we have 2 of them. We have 1, we have 2. For us to get that particular thing we want to do, whereby we want the smartphone to be above the shape. So what we are going to do now is tap on this particular one, then go to eraser. We are going to go to eraser, and when we go to eraser, we increase this, we erase this particular part. Okay, erase it carefully. Okay, erase this particular part. We're going to zoom in. Okay, tap here to zoom in. Here we zoom in so we can have a better view. Now increase the size of this. Okay, so tap again so we'll be able to work on it. All right, so now I will carefully erase this part of it. Okay, gradually by gradual I will erase this part of it so I can get exactly what I want. So you just have to do it carefully. Okay, don't do it all at once, because if you make an error, you will have to start afresh again. So you do it small, remove your hand, do another one, so that even if you make it, let's say for instance I cut it now, I do something like this now. If I tap on back, I'll be able to come back to the last one I did right. Okay, so you do small. When you get it right, you remove your hand. Okay, this was a mistake. Then I'll wrap it up right now. I'll go ahead and reduce the size of this eraser. So this needs patience and calmness, so you do it carefully. Alright, so now we tap on our zoom and then zoom it in a little bit. Go ahead, tap on zoom again onto our and activate it, and we got what we want. Alright, so what we're going to do now is to bring it down a little more. Tap this, bring it down a little more. Okay, you see the way it is placed above it. Okay, if you pay attention very well, you see now that this particular part of the smartphone is now above here, and also the shoulder, as if it's so realistic. Okay, you just have to add some creativity to it. So that's the main thing. Next thing we are going to do now is to add a particular shape around here where we can put in other information we want to put in the smartphone. We won't leave it empty. Okay, we need to add something here. So go ahead, increase this. I will change the color to this, increase this, reduce. Okay, so increase this a little more. All right, okay, then I'll go ahead and place it very well. You can see it was tilted. I mean, the smartphone is tilted a little bit, so I'm going to go to rotate and then -1. This is okay. Okay, even though it's not that perfect, I mean, to the angle of the smartphone, but it serves. Okay, so all right, so next thing we're going to do now is to go ahead, bring in another thing. We want to make it as realistic as possible. Okay, want here this iPhone effect somewhere here. Okay, all right, so this is going to have a very good radius. I can't see it, but yeah, I know what I want when I get it. All right, so we just try to add as much detail as possible. I'm going to increase this a little more, and I'm going to take it. So while creating this design, you need to take your time and pay attention to detail. Okay, and pay attention to detail. All right, so I'm going to take it up a little more. This is okay for now. Another thing we are going to do now is I want to lift up this particular two background. Okay, I want to lift it up a little more. I want the ground to show. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, change there is a part of the sky I want it to have, so somewhere here is okay. I'm going to bring it down a little more. Okay, something like this is okay by me. Next thing I'm going to do now is to bring in, there is a bag of money, a bag of dollar. No, not this. I'll still bring it to you. I hide you. There is a bag of dollar. Okay, it's an exchange brand, a bag of coin. Okay, saying that I have coins to trade. So I go ahead, go to my eraser. I can't crop this because if I crop it, it will crop some part of the coin. So I go to my eraser and erase this part, reduce the size, reduce this very well, and then take it to the back. I come here, take it to the back. Okay, it's more like staying on the wall. Okay, yeah, exactly. So now I'm going to reduce the opacity. I don't want it to be a distraction, So like this is okay. That this is okay. Another one to balance it very well, I added a dollar sign here. Okay, a dollar bill. Okay, I'll go ahead and get it from here. So I can't crop it. I want to use this particular one here, but I can't crop it. So what I'm going to do is to bring it in. When I bring it in, I'll then go to eraser, then properly erase it. Okay, erase it so I can get what I want. Carefully erase, add the handle so I can erase much proper. Good. Alright, so this is it right here. I'm going to reduce the size just a little more. I would like them to be approximately same line so it can occupy this space right here. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to take it to the back. Shouldn't be a distraction. I'm going to take it to the back and also reduce its opacity. Alright, so we're going to go to the next one. I'll go ahead and lock these two things there. Next thing we're going to do now is to go ahead, add the text. There's a text around here. Go ahead and add the text, your number one vendor. Alright, so I bring it in. So it's a vendor. Chatty Exchange is a vendor. Okay, I designed for this particular brand, and they really do very great in delivering their services. Okay, so I place it in the middle. I go ahead, go to my font. When I go to the font, I change the font to Gotex. Okay, I'm going to reduce this right here, and I will then go ahead, increase this, and I will change the color to, the gradient, this particular gradient right here, and then add stroke to it. Okay, this, follow me closely, and I'm going to go ahead and add shadow so that there will be enough contrast around there. Reduce the blur radius. Okay, bring it this way. Reduce the opacity very well. Okay, so I may have to increase the line spacing. Okay, I mean the word spacing, then the line spacing I will reduce it so they join very well. They won't be too far apart. And again, I'm going to add some inner shadow, okay, just to give enough contrast to it. It won't be much. So tap on plus so we reduce the opacity of the shadow. Okay, so next thing we're going to do now is to use the offset X and Y to fix it the way we want. Okay, if you check very well, there is much contrast right now. Okay, I go ahead and place it very well in the center, and I'm going to write the other text that need to be there. I'm going to write the other text that need to be there for your number one vendor. For alright, so I bring it right here, and next thing I'm going to do now is to go ahead, go to my font and change the font. I'll change the font to this particular font right here. I'm going ahead. No, I don't need to bold in it again. It's okay this way. It's okay this way. So I'll go ahead and increase this. This is okay. Bring it to the center. Okay. Keep it to the center. I'm going to change the color. Okay, I'll bring it. I want it to be more of ash right there. So next thing I'm going to do now is to take these two items, so these two elements up a little more. Okay, this way is okay, this way is okay. All right, so we're almost done with our flyer. Next thing we're going to do now, I'll lock this and lock this. You know, there is an information here. Okay, there is an information trade with Chatty Exchange. Okay, I'll go ahead and write it. Trade with sorry, I'll bring this in. Because I can't use this particular font here, I decided to add one more font, a tall font, and I use Bebas this time around. Bebas. Okay, I use this particular Bebas regular, and I aligned it to the middle. Okay, now I'm going to increase the size so that I fill up that space around this here. Okay, this is okay, this is okay. So I'm going to place it very well, just the way I want it to be. This is cool, and it has the gradient color. Yes, of course. And we now add the other one, trade with Chatty Exchange. So I'll go ahead and reduce the size and align it to the middle. Okay, so I would like to increase the size because that's the main name there, that's the main brand, Chatty Exchange. I'll increase the line spacing so they won't be so close and become much readable. Okay, I'll add this particular sign here, this verify sign showing authenticity. Okay, I'm going to change the color to this gradient color. Okay, repetition is very important. So I bring it down a little more. I bring it down right here, bring it to the center as much as I can. Alright, so your number one vendor for pickups, crypto, and gift card, trade with Chatty Exchange. Then we're going to add other peripheral information that needs to be added. Okay, so from here I'll copy, bring all deals. It's weekend. It's weekend. Bring all the illustrate. So this is the information I added right here. Okay, so I like it to be this way. Actually, not joke with my grid lines. Alright, so I'm going to add a background color. So I add my background color, add this, and I'm going to increase the left and the right padding. Okay, increase the left and the right padding. So I'm going to increase the bottom padding because for it to be much balanced. And again, I'll go to come here and bold this one. And next now I'm going to do is to space them very well. Okay. Alright, and also in the background is going to have some radius. It won't be sharp. It's not okay. It's okay this way. It's okay this way. So I'll go ahead and place it very well. Place it very well. Okay, then here I'm going to add the contact on how you can reach the brand. Okay, I want this here. So here I add the contact. Somewhere around here is okay, and I'm going to go to opacity, reduce the opacity to 0, add stroke 1, then add this color right here, come to reduce and increase the radius because I don't want it to be that sharp. Okay, this is okay, this is good to go. Bring it down a little more, just once. And next thing I'm going to do now is to add a line that can connect both of them. Okay, something like this. Add it right here. Go to color. I'm going to change the color to orange, of course, and I'm going to take it behind this one there and move it. Okay, I'm going to move it. Alright, so we already gotten what we want from here. So next thing I'm going to do now is to add the brand phone number. I will have to check the brand phone number to add it. 081091 091. So I'll go ahead and add the brand phone number 09131935105. That's the brand phone number. Go ahead, deactivate the zoom, bring this in. Go to the font. I'm going to change the font to the normal Gore-Tex. Okay, here is okay. Go to color, change the color to this, and then bring it down here. Okay, bring it down here is okay. And next thing I'm going to do is now to bring in the WhatsApp icon. The WhatsApp icon, not you. So I'll go ahead and bring in the WhatsApp icon. Here it is right here. All these particular resources will be made available. Okay, they are in the description box, so check them out there and you'll be able to get all these resources. So I'll go ahead and bring it down and place it where it's supposed to be as we round off this tutorial. Alright, so I'm going to change the color, of course, to orange, and I'm going to place this very well so they are in the middle of the box. It's too close, and this one too. And I'm going to bolden this, bold. Yeah. So this WhatsApp icon come up. I actually like to pay attention to details. I mean, while creating my designs, I try as much as possible to pay attention to detail, as it's also very important for you to pay attention to details while creating yours too. Okay, the concept of this design is to make it very realistic. I mean, as if someone is back of a plank or something telling you to trade with Chetty Exchange. So this is exactly how you can create this design. Okay, you can go ahead from here, you save it. After saving it, you go ahead, go to maybe Lightroom or Snapseed and enhance the design. Whichever app you use to enhance your designs, to enhance them. So after enhancing the design is supposed to look somehow like this. Okay, you enhance it very well and it will pop very well. So don't make mistakes of having to just export your design from PixelLab and you send direct. No, put it on design. After designing, enhance it very well so it pops. All right, so that is it for this tutorial. I hope you got value from this tutorial, and if you did and learned something new, make sure you like, comment and subscribe to this channel, which is very, very important because a lot of videos around smartphone design will be dropped in this channel. I am Aleki Cornelius Somadina, and I will see you in my next tutorial. And until next time, stay creative. Bye.